TSUKIHINA, Vampire AU Part 9. Last night was perfect. Shoyo and I are officially mated. He's really happy about it. And so I am too. Might be the happiest night of my entire vampire life so far. That tangerine scent is now officially mine. His scent is actually kinda stronger now. It's sweeter too, fruitier. Shoyo's mine. I smirked at the thought. Sitting on the couch by the window, I just kept staring at him as he slept on the bed. Gotta give him time to rest. After the marking last night, he asked for a kiss. Another smirk. It didn't end with that kiss though. I didn't know making out would be that much fun and exciting. Now I understand why Toru and Hajime does it everywhere and no matter who they're with. It's freaking addictive. Shoyo's scent paired with his touch sent my mind into overdrive. Literally. His hands grabbing my hair as we kissed. His lips on his mark on my neck. The way his hands glided on my arms. Overdrive. When I realized how long we were doing it and how late it was, Shoyo whined of course. I tried to calm him down by playing with his ear. It did the trick, luckily. He immediately dozed off a minute after I started. I decided to leave him on the bed and stay on the couch. His scent is making me want to cuddle with him. But I know Shoyo needs his sleep, so I stayed here. I can still smell him, but it's more tolerable. My mind is able to think straight from here. I sensed him move a little. His scent slowly becoming different. It's still tangerine, but with a slight soreness in it. His whole body jolted. The sour blended tangerine scent now stronger. Something's wrong. I rose from the couch and swiftly went to sit on the edge of the bed. Right hand on his cheek, left on his shoulder. I tried tapping his cheek and shoulder softly, but he wasn't waking up. I can feel his emotions now. Anxiety. Why is he anxious while sleeping? Is he having a nightmare? I tried shaking his shoulder a bit, but he didn't budge. What's wrong, Shoyo? Wake up please. I shook his shoulder once more, a little more forced now. His eyes opened and stared at the ceiling for a couple of seconds before he quickly faced me. Are you alright? He was panting now, as if he had just ran in the entire forest. I was held in a hug instantly. His head deep into my chest. My dream. It was weird. I haven't had one since I dreamt of you. Tears were falling from his eyes now. I hugged him back, trying to calm him by rubbing his back. Can you tell me about it? I tried to make his head move closer to my neck, making sure he could smell my scent to make him calmer. I remember seeing everyone's faces being mad, staring at me. You were there too. Your eyes looked like it was full of hate. I couldn't take it. Tobio had the same intensity in his eyes. He has never given me that look before. Wait. He paused. Everyone except Tadashi was there. I don't think I saw him in my dream. Still sensing his anxiety, I ruffled his hair. It's just a dream, Shoyo. We would never be mad at you. He backed away from our hug with eyes and cheeks all puffy from his cries. I never told you, Kay. But I have the gift of vision. He sobbed, wiping his tears dry. I'm scared, Kay. I pulled him back into a hug. Don't be, Shoyo. I'll never be mad at you. And even if the others eventually do, I would never. Tadashi wasn't in the dream. I don't know what that means. I felt his grip on my shoulder tighten. You might just have missed him, Shoyo. Might be behind Tobio or something. Just calm down. I loosened the hug and nuzzled his nose. My hands on his cheeks, wiping them completely dry. As soon as his cheeks were dry, I backed up and stared him in the eyes. Shoyo nodded, without me needing to say anything more. Thank you. To make him even calmer, I planted a kiss on his forehead. Cuddle. I nodded with a smile as we adjusted into a cuddle. Hey Shoyo. You have a gift of vision. Shoyo hummed. Only Tobio knows about it. A bunch of other gifts too. Bunch of other gifts. Do werewolves have those? He shook his head. I don't think so. All the werewolves I know have the same powers. Strength and senses. I see. Must be from your vampire blood. Each one of us have certain gifts that are usually unique from each other. What other gifts do you have? Aside from visions, I've already used healing and protection. His voice sounded sad. When my father died, I was so frustrated. I had those gifts but was not able to save him in time. I should have joined him during battle. I would have been able to save him. I really hope I don't need to use those powers ever again. I didn't know what to say. I just let him nuzzle near my mark. "K, you have gifts too." I nodded. "You already know mine. My gift is more on combat. Everything related to it. My senses, strength, speed. I'm really good with shooting, archery, stuff like that. Oh, and the others. Tadashi's gifts are special. Memory, he gets to remember things with ease. And he gets to shapeshift into any person he remembers with his memory. Wow, so cool." A smile now on Shoyo's lips. "Yup. Toru's gift is related to shadows. I've only seen it once. It's creepy really. Oh, he also has the gift of telepathy. It's kinda like how you mind link. But it's only him. We hear him but he won't hear us. And Hajime, I just remembered, he shares the telepathy gift with Toru. That's how they knew they were mates. I heard his other gift has something to do with animals. I haven't seen it in person though. Everyone's so cool. Daichi and Sugawara is more on leadership, am I right? Honestly, I don't know. They didn't tell me. I didn't ask either. I feel embarrassed not knowing what Daichi and Suga's gifts are. Thank you, K. I feel better now. Looks like it. His scent is back to how it was after our marking. That sweeter, fruitier tangerine scent. I wonder if my scent got any different too. Would you like to get back to sleep or go get your breakfast? I don't know really. He adjusted our cuddle and his eyes closed. He's been really clingy after the marking. Not that I'm complaining. It's cute really. Feels like I'm needed. I love how the bond with Shoyo's making me feel. He lightly kissed his mark on my neck. It tickled, sending a very light current throughout my body. I just wanna be next to you. And kiss you. And make out, he said as he planted another light kiss there. I don't wanna do anything else really. You smell even better now. Like strawberries dipped in chocolate. Why are you doing this to me? I chuckled the lightest I could manage. Honestly, I felt the same. I could just grab Shoyo and make out non-stop. His scent is filling my lungs with too much longing. I heard a grumble. Shit, was that you? Shoyo nodded. I think my stomach's not agreeing with what my mind wants to do right now. Amused, I took his hand and kissed near his knuckles. Let's go get you breakfast, shrimpy. He pulled his hand away. I am not a shrimp. I pulled it back and gave another kiss. You're my tangerine-smelling shrimp. Another kiss as I looked into his eyes. Fine, if you put it that way. His laugh was music to my ears. You shapeshift. We're once again in the forest. The trees right now looking eerie amidst the orangey hue setting of the sun, and Shoyo's hair looking like it was part of it. Nothing important to do here really. We just wanted to hang out tonight. We'll be racing around the forest and try to catch each other. Some kind of training Karu wanted us to try out. I do, yeah, cool. You're like a werewolf then, Freckles. You can see his excitement through his blue eyes. And Tadashi blushing upon hearing his nickname from his mate. I can only shapeshift into people I've seen before. Oh, just people. Yes, Tobio. Just people. Tobio's brows furrowed. Hey, what happened to Raven Alpha? Another shade of red came across Tadashi's face. Only when we're alone, Tobio. Geez, shut the hell up. That was the first time I saw Tobio pout, looking like a kid who's been deprived of his toy. His eyes dropped to the ground. Ah, don't you dare give me that pout. He was instantly behind Tobio, giving him a back hug. He whispered into Tobio's ear before Tobio replaced his pout with a grin. Can we start with what we're supposed to do here? Shoyo's arm looped around my waist, and I answered with my arm looping around his shoulders. Werewolves versus vampires. No, I was shocked to hear Tobio and Tadashi yell that no with me. How do you want us to group then? Silence. We cannot have all the purebloods and hybrids in the same team. Understandable. Tobio and Tadashi being together is gonna be a force to beat. They're both pure bloods who got officially mated last night. Shoyo is a hybrid out of a pure-blood werewolf and a pure-blood vampire. I've presented werewolf features just because my first ever prey was Tobio, a pure-blooded werewolf. So, how are we going to team up then? We have to split 'em up. Tobio and Tadashi together. Kei and Shoyo together. Hajime turns to look at Toru. Mind teaming up with Kei and Shoyo? Toru shrugged. I don't really care, as long as we're on the same team. Hajime. Hajime now turned to face me. Can we be teamed up with you guys? Cause I'm guessing we'll be having problems if Toru's gonna be teamed up with Tadashi. Chuckled as I looked for Shoyo's opinion. He smiled in approval as we both walked towards the flirt couple. I guess we'll be with King Tobio, KG. What the hell are you talking about, Kotaru? I'm not a king. You are my pack leader, Tobio. No one else deserves to be. Not your father, and absolutely not that Isamu. Kotaru was walking side by side with KG towards Tobio and Tadashi. When they got to their team, Kotaru placed his right hand over his chest and bowed his head in front of Tobio. KG did the same. Shoyo, who was standing beside me, did it too. What the? You guys are crazy. Tobio shouted in frustration as the three retreated to their standing position. They respect you, Tobio. Nothing wrong with that. In a serious mood, Tobio did the same gesture for each of the present werewolves. Thank you for your loyalty. The three nodded in unison, accepting the gratitude from Tobio. So how do we do this? We separate. Each team will head to the edge of the forest. My team to the west, Tobio's team to the east. When everyone's in position, Tobio has to mind link me. When everything's set, we'll start. What happens when we catch an opponent? How can we even tell if we caught one anyway? The captor has to grab something of the captive's possession. Anything. The captive gets to go back to the house. Use mind link or telepathy to inform the others that they got caught. Are we clear? There was a nod from everyone. Whoever's left in the forest gets to be the winner. Another nod from everyone. Let's start then. Kotaru jumped and clapped his hands together in excitement. Good luck everyone. The werewolves shifted to their wolf forms as everyone started to run to get to their positions. A few minutes into training, Toru and Hajime got caught. Our team had me and Shoyo left. We were able to catch Kotaru and KG a few minutes later. Both teams were left with two players. Tobio and Tadashi. Me and Shoyo. Let's split up. I heard him say as his horse prey from last night passed by us. What? Why? I really don't want Shoyo roaming in the forest alone and away from me. So we can find them. They'll be together. If you find them, you'll be fighting them on your own. We'll loose. He shook his head. They're both good. They're probably looking for us separately too. I tried to sniff for the couple's scents in the forest. I could smell Tadashi from the south, Tobio's spicy smell from up north. Shoyo was right. Do you want Tobio or Tadashi? I'll go for Tobio. I know him more. Fine. He's up north. His scent is so strong now. My nose is complaining. Shoyo gave a small laugh. Take care of Tadashi. Mind link you. You have to tell me how to initiate mind link soon. Oh yeah. Remind me. I'll go ahead. See you. When Shoyo's wolf form was out of sight, I swiftly headed to the south towards Tadashi's scent. When it was strong enough, I stopped and looked around. Everything looked normal. Silence all around the now dark forest. Then I heard footsteps up front. Adjusting my vision, I caught sight of an orange-haired boy. Shoyo. Hey, you were supposed to go up north. Why are you here? Anyway, Tadashi might be here somewhere. I'm picking up on his scent. Let's just gang up on him. He didn't answer, only walked towards me, looking from side to side a couple of times. I walked towards him, sensing Tadashi's scent from where Shoyo came from. I took his hand as I got to him and pulled him to walk back to where he came from. Tadashi must be really close. His scent is too strong here. My instinct caught up so fast and my free hand swiftly took his bracelet. I felt him take mine too. Knew it. You are such a cheater. The orange-haired boy quickly shifted to a green-haired taller figure. He laughed. I knew you'd be soft if I decide to shift into shoujo. Such a cheat. There's no such rule. You were using your gifts too, if I'm not mistaken. How do you know I'd be this far off the forest? Fine. We lost at the same time. Can you communicate with Tobio? No, we haven't tried anything like that yet. You can do the mind link thing with shoujo, right? I don't know how to initiate yet. Then we have to get back to the house and let someone from the fort tell Tobio and shoujo about us getting kicked off the game. I guess. I looked up north and tried to smell shoujo's scent. He still has that tangerine smell on him. Everything's fine. I hope he knows what to do with Tobio. I felt a tug from Tadashi and we headed straight home, where we saw the 4 who got off the game earlier. You're off the game too? Yeah, it's all up to Tobio and shoujo. Can someone tell them we're both out? We both don't do telepathy or mind link. I'll do it. Just then, I smelled something was off. That sour blended tangerine smell that I never want shoujo to have again. I looked at KG, whose face was looking confused. He stared back at me now. Something's wrong. What do you mean something's wrong? With Tobio and shoujo. I could sense the same panic in Tadashi as I have. Let me in the mind link. K. Thanks KG. Shoujo. K. What's happening? K. I need you. Help.